Mic test. Shafi, can you hear me?
Me.
Sorry, can you speak louder?
Test mic, right?
Yes. All right.
He's not here, so you cannot test him. You can test me lah.
You're gonna start in exactly 1 minute, okay? Hi everyone, hi for those who have just joined in. Welcome to my July. Okay, we'll be starting in about 1 more minute or so. All right. Shafi, are you okay?
Well, a bit. I think I'm running a bit of
Okay.
flu, but yeah.
So you better take care of your health, okay? Right. Okay, so this is the question. What's a sandwich that looks full but is actually empty? Jang.
Which that looks full, but it's actually empty.
Yeah, I know the answer. So this joke is this riddle is for you, boss. Come on, you don't have much time.
Yeah.
I repeat, what's a sandwich that looks
Sandwich that
full but
looks.
is actually empty? Okay, 10 seconds. Come on, boss. Taking too much time. Oh. Mm-hmm. Shafi, I'm losing you. Hello. Your connection, boss. Okay, now your video is
Connection?
playing. Yes. Now it's good.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So have you got your answer?
My Wi-Fi a bit down, but yeah, I got the answer.
What is it?
A sandwich that looks full but it's empty, right?
Yes.
Uh,
What's the answer?
it's super
No.
cringy, the answer.
Just tell us. Come
But
on, share with us.
it's egg mayonnaise.
And why is it egg mayonnaise? Is egg mayo?
If you pronounce it in certain accent,
Yeah.
it looks like it's empty. It sounds like it's empty.
Okay. Yes. So the answer is
Mayonnaise.
egg mayonnaise. Egg mayonnaise. Good one, Ishira. Okay, we'll have more. Okay. All
Yep.
right. Shall we start? Yes. It's 9:03. Welcome everyone. All right. I think welcome to Madi Life. This is our very first time. Okay, we will discuss hot topics. So just catch up and hang out. Okay. Thanks for joining us on our very first IG Live. All right. So without further ado, let us begin with introduction on ourselves. All right. My name is
Yeah.
Amin, also known as Robin Ronin Majida Committee, and you are.
Shafi Razali. I'm the Jedi Master. I mean, if you know Star Wars, yeah. So the Jedi Master is the one that brings balance to the Force. So hence Jedi Master.
I see.
Yeah. So there's good and evil, right? You need
Yeah.
to have a constant balance of good and evil. Hence Jedi Master. Yeah.
Right. Okay. The unique thing about Majula is each and every single one of us have our own hero name, and there's always a story behind it. All right. Thank you, Boss Kur. All right. So I also have a question for you, Mr. Jedi Master. All right. Okay. This one is quite an interesting question. If you could arm wrestle any historical figure, who would you choose and why?
Wrestle anyone in
Any
historical.
historical figure, the strongest.
Does he or she needs to be alive or
No.
it's a
It can be
past?
someone from the past. Mama Ali.
Mama Ali, my neighbor. um, well, the not so serious answer would be I would like to arm wrestle with The Rock.
Oh, The Rock.
Yeah, Dwayne
Dwayne
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know why?
Is it because your biceps is bigger than his? Which I don't think so.
Yeah, that's one. But
Okay.
primarily, I want to know what is he cooking actually?
Well, not.
Yeah, because you always say, smell what the Rock is cooking. You always ask the question, but yeah, I want
Yeah.
to know the answer.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
the not so serious answer. The more serious
Okay
answer would
lah.
be,
Uh-uh.
um, of course, one of the Sahabat, or the Prophet himself, right? So
That's good.
that
Okay.
that could be one person that, well, yeah, I mean, if there's a better platform, not to arm wrestle with him, but the question is arm wrestle, right? So
Yes.
maybe arm wrestle is just the platform, but I can ask any question. Yeah.
I
So
see.
how about you,
Right.
Min? If I ask you the same question, who
Uh,
would you arm wrestle with?
okay, I would like to say that person is none other than Muhammad Ali, right? Because not only is
Okay.
he a legendary boxer, but I
Uh-huh.
think if I were to have grandchildren, right, I'll be proud to say that I ever competed with a legend. Yeah, but whether or not I won, that's something for them to
Yeah.
discover themselves. Yeah, yeah,
Muhammad Ali.
right.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
The prime Muhammad Ali lah, right? Or
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Then you can
still a
that's his
legend.
track.
Yes. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Well,
Right.
rest in peace.
Hmm.
May God bless his soul.
Yes, I
Muhammad Ali.
mean, inshallah. Hi, for those of you who have just joined us, welcome to the very first Maju Live. We'll be discussing about some hot topics that is like in the news now, right? Yes, right. So, do you want another question, Shafi?
I mean,
All right. Okay, this one is quite serious, because it might happen, but hopefully not. If you could only keep three things from your home in case there's like a big fire, right? What would you pick and why? Three things only, yeah?
what three things?
Yes.
Is my family one thing? Oh, my family got
No.
second.
Family is a bundle.
If I could choose three things,
Yes.
yeah, maybe my handphone.
Okay.
Yeah, my handphone.
Important
Then
to call the
yeah, because
ambulance,
call
CB, right?
ambulance,
Yes.
communicate lah. Basically,
Of
you need
course.
to have some form of communication with others, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Power bank to
Oppo bank, of
to
course.
power up your phone.
Okay.
Well, my passport is just dead, I have to expire, so I won't bring my passport.
Just your passport?
No passport, no passport. Last thing I would say.
Three things only. You die have to carry out these three things out from the fire.
Well, I have this file that contains
Mm.
all the birth certificate
Oh,
of my
yes.
children, and
It's
some
important.
other sensitive information. So that
Mm.
might be. And if there's another thing I could bring, would be my Star Wars figurines.
Oh, yeah.
But
You
that's
left a lot in the office. Please claim it back. You don't need Star Wars figures in the
no, I
office.
have to leave it there because yeah, it's a legacy thing. So.
You want the force to be with us, right?
Yep. Yeah, the balance.
Okay. All right. All right. Shafi, shall we get down to the topic? Yeah.
The topic for the day, right?
Yeah. I heard just now you wanted to talk, right, about this some post that went viral.
Hence this IG live session. So yeah, Star Wars Shrine, Azia, yes, you remember that. They brought down my shrine so,
Well,
but
the
it's
thing
okay,
has to go, man.
Yeah. Okay, so this particular news or article or issue,
Yeah.
kind of motivate us to do the IG live, and I thought what better way to address this thing, this particular issue or news
Yeah.
other than IG live, because that's where our youths are, and our stakeholders are, right? So hence IG live. So maybe Amin want to show the particular article that we
All right.
want to
Give me a moment.
share.
I think I know what exactly you're trying to share with the rest. It's actually a recent article that was posted yesterday. It went viral. It's basically, let me just show you the article, right? Youth dances on Lorong Halus Bridge says F the circuit breaker, They stay home, we stay out. Oh, what a very bold statement there. Yes. Right. I think just a disclaimer as well. This platform, rather, this session is not meant for us to, what do you call it, publicize all these offenses. No, we would want to have a fruitful discussion in order to look beyond the surface of all these activities and all of these issues that is coming from the youth themselves. Right. So we hope you guys can be a part of the discussion as well. All right. So Shafi, would you like to, I don't know, what do you think about this? It's very bold of him to say that, yeah?
It's more of sharing my thoughts and maybe giving some I wouldn't say advices lah, but share some strategies on how to manage this rather. And I don't want to sound too preachy lah, but I will come from an angle that I believe will benefit everyone, not just the person, not just the youth, but everyone around you, because you don't live in your own world, right? You live with others. But before that, before the article came out, there was actually a few other incidences. It was published in the some of the articles. From I believe it was either from Mothership or some other news website. And it involves another youth lah. He went out and do a bit of ruckus. So someone just asked, what's the article about? The article is about a footage, rather a video that is recorded in Lorong Halus, is it?
Yes.
I mean, if you can share.
All right, I managed to find the video, but I won't play the audio because it's very vulgar. So it's just a snippet of him in front of his friends. This recorded by his friend. He's doing some weird dance, and I think it's very obscene lah. So I think that's about it. Yep. So this guy apparently he challenged the authorities. Number one, I think it's clear to say that he broke the rule. Number two,
let's be clear. I mean, if it's okay if you go out, for a jog alone and to keep yourself fit. Let's be clear on that. There's no rule saying that you cannot go out and exercise or keep yourself fit and healthy, right? But I think this particular article, we want to rather criticize the action, not the person, the action that this person did, which is one, he mentioned, or he is being vulgar or a bit of critical about the circuit breaker.
Yes.
Yeah, and he mentioned some vulgar words and whatnot. But we want to highlight that part, the action, the particular action that he did. So if you want to ask me, what are my thoughts on that? I think at the very first level, I want to empathize. Why I want to empathize? Because it's not easy, bro. I know it's not easy. Having to stay at home for 4 weeks, 4 damn weeks at home, doing nothing, and first level, I believe you miss your friends. You miss school. The thing about school is not just your friend, but the environment in school. Your teachers, the friends that you always kacau, and the ambience in the school canteen, the makcik in the canteen, the auntie in the kitchen and whatnot, the cleaner lady. So you miss the ambience, you miss the environment, and when you have to make that abrupt change in your life, where you have to stay at home for 4 weeks, man, if you give me 4 weeks, cannot go, you stay home, so I go crazy lah. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
So hence, when the government say, okay, you stay at home, it's better to stay at home, but there are certain things that they can do. They allow it to happen, right? Which is go out to get essential stuff, go out to exercise and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the very first level, I want to empathize that it's hard. It's damn hard, damn strong, bro. Have to stay at home, do nothing, or don't do nothing lah. But you miss your normal life, I would say, right? Right. So at first level, we empathize that part. And of course, the second level, when it comes to if you miss all these things in life, then Shazwan, I'm not going to be with Patrice. Patrice will be another topic, Shazwan, okay? So, of course, with all these uncertainties, right? And you know, I'm not being pessimistic lah, but we never know, when will this circuit breaker end. Well, it says that
Yes.
it will end in 4th May, but if people keep breaking rules,
Yes.
going, challenging the circuit breaker, then
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't say it will, but it might extend,
Mm-mm.
right?
True.
So
Definitely
again,
true.
with all these uncertainties, I would
Mm-mm.
say people are anxious. They have anxiety,
Uh-huh.
because they have to go through things that which is really out of their control. They have to stay at home with their
Yeah.
parents. Or now I have to stay at home. I have to look at my father face for 24 hours.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, if your
And
parents are good lah,
mm,
right? I mean, honestly,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you who have just joined, okay, you are basically talking about this trending article about a youth that was reported yesterday who not only broke the social distance, what do you call it, the social gathering rule, but he challenged authorities and these kind of the actions, what do you call that, have repercussions like the community got angry about it and things like that. So we want to discuss more about the topic. So Shafi mentioned here is really about empathizing with the youth first, you know, since the circuit breaker started, it took a toll on our lifestyle. It's a drastic change of lifestyle. Not only for the youth, it's even for us working adults. We cannot go to the office. We cannot commute as we do daily things like that. So it's a drastic change in lifestyle. And of that being said, youth sometimes they cannot adapt to this change. Thus, they would resort to certain undesirable actions. All right. And also, I think if you guys kept up with the news, right? Okay, I think abrupt change, yes. Okay. I think also to add on to Shafi's point is that we did house visits before, and these youths are not as fortunate as the youths that you may know of, right? Simple things like the fan, simple things like proper ventilation in the house. They don't have such privilege. They sometimes will even go to school just to use their food coupon, and that's their meal for the day and things like that. But now that they have to stay home and they have to face all of these struggles and challenges, and they have no other choice but to stay home, a place where they had to struggle, is not easy. All right. So beyond the surface, there's a lot of underlying factors that we need to be aware of, need to empathize with, and we need to hopefully learn from. Right. Yep. All right. So Shafi'i, have you kept up with the news today? Yeah.
Before we go there, I think I mean what we did was
You wanna see
we
something?
show the sorry. It's a bit laggy, I think, but yeah,
Yeah,
just
you
give me
wanted
a
to say
while
something,
to say
boss.
my
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Sure,
So
sure.
you just shared this the different extremes of the youth in the community lah. So we have one that is really privileged, that has everything at home. You even have good Wi-Fi
Yeah.
connection, even have a own
Mm.
space to do your home-based learning. But on the other extreme, we have youths who are not so privileged, I would say, because either they are facing with some unfortunate life circumstances, and they might not enjoy the basic things that we have, like personal space or good
Mm.
Wi-Fi connection.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
Even you have to share one room with probably 4 or 5 other siblings. So that
Yep.
is another challenge, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, you mentioned about the latest news. Is it about the cases, the COVID cases? Is it,
Yeah,
or
I,
is
I
it
mean,
something else?
as we are speaking today, sad to say that today we have surpassed the 5K mark, all right, which most of them happens to be our migrant brothers, right? The foreign workers. Uh, this is the thing that I'm very worried about because we don't have to look cases beyond Singapore, right? Just Singapore alone. Just to give you guys a rough fact is that uh, since the 3rd of April, there were just 38 cases of those who were infected from the worker dormitories. 14 days on to this date, okay, that's more than 2,689, okay, excluding the report that was sent in today. That means it's a 70-fold increase. So imagine that. These are just statistics and numbers to you until we really reflect on how serious this case is. And I think bottom line is COVID-19 is not a joke. But why then are we not still taking it seriously? What do you feel about that, Shafi? Shafi'i, are you hear me? Shafi'i? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, can hear.
I think it brings back the first point that I made, that uh, people are
Yep.
going out of their normal lives, to face these
Mm,
challenges. Yeah, so that's
mm,
one thing that is different now, and people are still
yeah,
coping. I would say they are still coping. They are still getting used to these challenges, right? To this new norm.
yeah,
That's the word. This new norm.
yes. Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so and it brings us to the, with all these uncertainties, it brings not just I think one point that I need to make is that when you are doing out of when you're doing something that you are not familiar with, and you are going out of your normal daily lives, and all those things that you used to do, uh,
Mm-mm. Mm,
the normal feeling that you will get is you feel a bit anxiety, the word of
mm-mm.
anxious about all those uncertainties about when is this circuit breaker end, when is this COVID-19 will end, and
Mm-mm.
I believe that feeling anxious about this is normal. And
Mm-mm.
I would even go to the extent that it's okay to feel, it's good to feel this. Why? Because you feeling anxious will help you to think, or will help you to make more better decisions, more informed decisions.
Yeah.
Because when you have this concern in your mind, you keep asking yourself, is it right for me to even go out without mask? Is it okay for me to hang out with my friends,
Mm-mm.
with a group of my friends, and knowing that this COVID-19, this flu, it's unseen. Like, what is unseen? And the other thing is, we know that this is a fact. Whether let's say facts, right, about COVID-19, and it spreads with I think liquid. Is it when you even when you speak normally, right? There are small droplets, that kind of spread, and it's hard to see these droplets. You need a proper camera, proper
Mm-mm.
settings to
Yeah.
see this. But the
Mm-mm.
fact when you are in a group, and even when you are talking normally, it spreads easily,
Yeah.
right? So this anxious feeling, I would say it's healthy one. Why? Because it helps you to think clearly. One,
Okay.
it helps you to make informed decision on whether or not to go out to meet your friends, to hang out with
Mm-hmm.
your friends. Yeah, droplets. Thank you. Whether or not to sneak out at home, to sneak out of
Yeah.
home at night, and
Yeah.
do like what the guy did on the article, go out to
Mm.
Lorong Halus Bridge, and with his friends, and just spit a lot of unwanted words, lah, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
So yeah, so then that comes to the next question. So what do I do after feeling anxious and having these concerns in mind, and getting all the questions answered? So
Mm.
I think that at the very first level, you need to make healthy decision, not just for yourself, but the people around you. I think
Mm.
that's the most important bit. I know you have your own feelings to tend to, but at this this kind of uncertain, this challenging period, you need to go beyond yourself. You need to think about others. And what do I mean by that? Because you want to again, the symptoms are asymptomatic. What do you call it? There's a word for it, lah. Asymptomatic, something like that. So you cannot, even if you carry the virus, you don't have to be sick to carry the virus, right? Sometimes you will take a while for the symptoms to appear. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you are a carrier, you go out, and you might spread to others. That's one concern. And
All right.
if you do that, you're not just putting yourself at risk, but yes, you put others at risk, and this circuit breaker will just extend, and people will lose their freedom. I mean, let's say
Mm-mm.
this. No, your normal freedom is already lost already. I think, yeah, that
Yeah.
is one thing that we cannot hide from, lah. The things that we used to do, like you and me, in office, we share jokes, we go out for lunch together.
Yeah.
We enjoy that. I mean, we enjoy that. But because of the circuit breaker, we again, it's not. We follow what the government tell us to do, but not just following for the sake of following, but again, for the greater good. I mean, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Maybe we should ask the audience, okay, whoever is watching us. Okay. For those of you who have just joined, okay, again, just a brief recap. We are talking about this recent article about the youth, breaking the social gathering rule, things like that, and it's being updated, posted online, and then it created an uproar lah. So we are discussing on the topic more as to why they did such things and how can it be prevented. Maybe if you guys have any questions, right, with regards to the topic or with regards to the article, okay, what you can do is, I think at the bottom down there, you guys can type down your comment, or you can actually press the question symbol there, and then we should be able to see questions that you want to ask. All right. Okay. So yes, Shafi, thank you so much for sharing. Okay, and also if you were to see the video that was posted, if you were to hear the background, okay, there's definitely more than two people there. There were his friends, cheering him on, motivating him, to to do such actions. And I think this is where we feel that peer influence play a very important part in this. Okay, especially in times like this, right? If you have friends or if you have such influence, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna make this what do you call it, this circuit breaker more manageable, right? So what do you think about this peer influence playing a role, or rather the support of the family playing a role in managing this circuit breaker?
It's your turn. Always I talk.
Okay. I think definitely it does play a part. I think as compared to last time, right? Right now, when you wake up, it's home-based learning, okay, for the youth out there. Okay, I'm very sure that you guys miss your friends, things like that. Things are different online. Right? When you see them online and when you see them face to face, it's very different. You can't just basically lepak and hey, what are you doing? This and that. Oh, smoke break on digital. It's very different as compared to face to face kind of interaction. You know that, and when you have that kind of misfeeling, you tend to look out for it. You tend to crave it, and you tend to at a certain point of time fulfill it. Okay, and this is where I feel peer influence plays a big part, because this, at the end of the day, it really boils down, no matter what the implementations, no matter what the rules from the governments are, it really boils down to our social responsibility, the youth, the elderly, or even the adults themselves, right? So I mean, it really takes more than just an individual. It takes more than just us abiding by this rule, but it really takes a lot of family support, friend support, to really just make the best out of this situation, okay, and not succumb to whatever desires that is opposing whatever implementations out there, right? Right. Let me see if you have any questions. Okay, let me just browse through the. Okay, if you guys, what
Make
kind
a
of
text
help
us.
can the youth do to help this? Yeah. Hi. Okay, I'll just read out the questions for everyone. What kind of help can the youth do to help in this current situation? This is a good question. Shafi, would you like to answer that?
Okay. I've never said this before, but I think it's a good a good period or good situation to say this. Doing nothing is the best thing right now. Doing nothing at home. Stay home. Just stay home first. That's the first level, right? So, we have the passion, the drive to go out there to help people, especially the migrant workers out there who needs the help. And we know that, the numbers are rising within the migrant workers, and we it's the fire, the passion in us kind of tell us that, I want to do something. I want to go out there. I want to buy some packet food. I want to get the groceries, to help these migrant workers, because it is difficult one can imagine the difficult situation that they are facing in living in that kind of situation. I've never seen the dorm before, but there are some pictures, I saw. It's kind of cramped. It's very, they scram lah. Yeah, for lack of better words, it's a very you know, unsuitable situation that they are in, and we want to help. So and we know that with this circuit breaker, you know, we are, you know, being pushed to a corner that then we often ask ourselves, you know, yes, I cannot go out and help, and I feel helpless now. I feel hopeless. I feel, you know, that I have this energy, I have this passion, but you know, I can't do anything about it. So one thing that I would advise you is that, you know, there are some reliable you know, organizations that are already doing the work. One, so if you want to help the migrant workers, there are some, I think, few organizations, they don't do their own, they have started their own movement and charity, and they are allowed, again, I think they have some exceptions to go out and to go to demonstrations and help. So one way is to find out which organizations are helping, and maybe you can contribute there. And the other thing, the other advice that I want to give is, it's more of, if you have the right friends, if you have the right platform, if you have the right connections, what you can do is you do your own fundraising lah, right? So what you can do is you gather, you know, like-minded people like yourself and other youth groups or what, you know, you talk to them, you know, via live video or Zoom, discuss about what other needs or what other gaps that you think your own group can plug, the gaps that you can plug without going out. Yeah. So one easy way is, you know, do a fundraising and get the necessities. You know, you first, I think it's important to say that, you know, yes, these people might need basic needs like food, you know, toiletries, but you know, the best thing to do is you ask that particular organization, or if you have direct contact with the migrant worker, ask them, you know, what do they actually need. Because if you buy, you know, random stuff, stuff that already people bought, then, you know, it will be you know, you'll be overlap the help.
Yep. Oh, okay. So we are having some connection issues. Yeah. Right. Christina Rogis mentioned, right? There's also an organization that are looking for volunteers to call and reach out to the each so that they don't feel lonely without doing house visiting. Okay, nice, very lovely. Christina Rogis, if you have more info, please do share with us, all right? I think as per what, don't focus on things that you cannot do, but rather focus on things is within your capacity, things that you're capable to do. All right, and these are usually the things that can be reached out via online or by reaching out to organizations that can be trusted. All right, let me see if I can get my boss Kuru back. Jedi Master, I think he got lost there. Okay, but while waiting, can you guys just post any questions, or if you guys have any references for us to promote. Let's see if you have volunteering opportunities for a specific target group of audience. Please feel free to publicize it here, right? Okay, let me try to get the Jedi Master. Where's the Jedi Master? All right. Okay, he told me he's gonna take a while. I think let's have a short break here. I'm gonna tell you guys the joke. I'm bad at it, okay, but this joke, okay, I'm gonna tell you guys, and it was a trend in the Twitter, and it was told. My friend adopted it, and then she told me, and the joke is, what what the sharpener A says to sharpener B. I'm not sure if you guys have heard it. If sharpener A meets sharpener B for the first time, what would they say to each other? Write your answers in the comments below. 10 seconds, come on. My boss is coming back, guys. What will sharpener A say to sharpener B if they were to meet each other for the first time? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's sharpening. All right. Okay. My boss doesn't seem to be coming back anytime soon. Okay, but let me just read out the questions. All right. Okay, there's one question. It's by Andre. Hi, Andre. Okay, what would you do if you saw them doing that in front of you? Okay, so if you guys just joined in, right? Okay, we were talking about this recent article, it went viral. Okay, about this particular youth who went on a particular bridge, and he, in this kind of time, we are not supposed to be out there if it's not essential, right? So he basically caught himself in a video, and he spoke some vulgarity, and he challenged the government. And they stay in or something like that lah. So the point in here is that there's a lot of underlying factors. When we see this kind of postings, we are quick to jump. Let's retweet, let's share, let's just promote this. You want to be popular, right? Come, we help you become viral, things like that. But what happens is that at times we fail to acknowledge that there's a lot of underlying reasons that perhaps pushes this youth to do such an action. So I think, as Shafi mentioned very beautifully just now, you have to hit the action. Yes, the action is wrong. You have to hit it, but you should never hit the person. All right. Okay. So Jida Master is back. Okay. Shafi Kenobi and sorry guys, his connection is quite bad. Okay, but I appreciate the questions. You guys can keep it coming. We will try to answer. Hi, Boskur. Hello.
Sorry,
Yes.
you know what just happened, I mean?
I don't know. You went missing.
Yeah, this is the first time it's happening, but my iPhone just shut down by itself and said that the temperature is too hot. Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
COVID
so
symptom,
yeah.
COVID symptom. Gotta
Oh
get checked.
yeah, now I have to check whether got pneumonia. Check. Hello iPhone, got pneumonia.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Shafi, you were mentioning about the
Them.
migrant workers and how youth can help them, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so there's this question posted by Mechatex. Thing, mechanic, Mechatex, mechanic. Yeah. So youths, they want to help. So what is the best way to help? With all those kind of barriers or boundaries that's being put up, circuit breakers, you cannot go out for no reason except to get essential.
Yeah.
So yeah, correct. My phone never take PM temperature, only take AM temperature. Yes. If were you charging and using? Yes, I was charging. Lina, we got iPhone expert here.
Boskur.
Yeah. Oh yeah, focus.
Be distracted. Yes. I'll hide the comments.
Thank you, Lina. Yes. I plug out my charger and now I'm using it up. Yeah. So how can the youth help? One, as mentioned earlier, look for proper avenue to contribute. We have a lot of startups or movements out there that are really doing the footwork. That they started their own initiative, and one important thing is they are given an exception to go out and do charity work. Yeah. So we have a link. We have a link that we can share later on who to go, where to go, and give help. Yeah, or Purple Business Manager. You can download SGCare.
Yes.
Yeah,
you guys can download SGCare app to see which areas to contribute also. Thank you for sharing, Aisha. I believe that's Aisha. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, correct. Thank you, Aisha. Again, because of these boundaries or circuit breaker, we cannot. There's so much we can do, brothers and sisters. There's so much we can do. But if you think you can't contribute monetarily, where there are other things that you can do, right? One is raising awareness. I think raising awareness is really one good step. How you can raise awareness? You can share articles, share videos about people who are affected by this COVID-19. Not just the migrant workers. We have, low-income families who are affected, and through our beneficiaries, the beneficiaries that we engage. We even have single parents that have 5-6 kids living in a rental flat. And just imagine these 5-6 kids. Imagine out of these 6 kids they have, 4 of them are in schooling age. So you just imagine one parent, one mother have to support 4 HBL lessons, right? And let's not joke about it, we know that you being the sole caretaker of these 6 kids, you're gonna have a challenge. The quality of education gonna be affected, for these
Yes.
kids.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
Right.
so again, yes, people can give laptop. People can laptops. They can then donate all those technologies. Even donate Wi-Fi and whatnot, or not donate lah. Give some prepaid card to give a bit of Wi-Fi booster.
Yeah.
But how the real question is, how can we as a community
Yeah.
help to support, how to give better education, quality
Mm.
education to this family which are affected.
Right.
So one
Yeah.
idea I have, is that
Mm.
we can step up and even share, that you are offering free tuition to families who are affected, and even even families who are rather they don't know how to tutor, or they don't know how to scaffold their learning, how to
Understand.
help their children to scaffold their learning. So
Yeah.
we can that's another way that we can offer the help. How about you,
Yeah.
Min? How do you think youth can help, with these
Yeah.
boundaries in place?
Yeah, so like I mentioned just now, I think you really have to focus on the things that we can do, and not to focus on the things that we cannot do. So I think Shafi mentioned a very relevant points, but I think just to tap on your points, yeah, I think when reaching out to these organizations, or through these various channels that you can perhaps put your effort or your money into, right? The one thing that is of concern lately is really the fake news. I'm so annoyed. Why would people
Correct.
spread fake news? Especially scammers who would take advantage of this situation and then cheat people's donation. I mean, youths and even elderlies, especially elderlies, who are really not aware to how do they really verify such content on the social media, or even on the WhatsApp messages. It's very unfortunate for them, but please be very, very careful as to which of these organizations that you guys are going to tap on. All right. We have two questions here actually. Bosco, we have one that is from Christina. Okay, what are alternative way for youth to vent their frustration? This is with regards to the previous topic. What are alternative way for youth to vent their frustration from challenging authority like the one in the video? All right. What do you have to say about that?
Punching bag, print out his face and put on the punching bag. Okay. I'm joking. Um, well, that's one way. That's one way you can, vent out. You have to do physical stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
You have to do
yeah.
physical stuff. Where you can do running. You can get a punching bag.
Yes.
But just don't punch someone lah. It's not good.
Yeah.
Don't
So
punch.
what's the
Don't
proper
punch on
channel?
proper channel.
Yeah.
Well, we are doing it already, man. We are talking about it.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's one immediate thing that we can do.
Mm-mm.
Someone just took me. That's one immediate thing that we can do. We don't brush things aside. We saw. I mean, I believe everyone saw the article, or most of us saw the article, and the immediate thing we do is, bodoh say ni, that's the first bodoh say. Then you just put down. Well, it's okay. You have your own thoughts. You have your own words that you want to say. But
Yes.
the question is, how can you do productive things from there, right? So uh one immediate thing you can do is talk about it. Talk with the friends that you believe can give you good insights, good advice, even can help you to do some things that are beneficial. One platform is, that we are doing now. Me, IG Live with Amin, and we are talking about this. We are getting input from people like yourself, in this IG Live, and of course, get experts in the field, like those who are doing youth work. We have questions like, oh, why do youths act this way? Is it normal? How do we address this? How do we kind of can we do something about this? Can we do something about the guy? Knock his head or what, something. That would be the normal reaction. But what is the most beneficial way to address this issue, right? Yeah. So I believe the authorities have taken a strong stance towards it. Let them do their job. So that's the first level. Let the authorities do the job. So what we can do is we can advise. One is we can reach out to the youths we know, to the younger youths we know. That is not in this IG life, of course. But and we simple thing is we can just check in with them, right? So just imagine, if you guys know Majula go to schools, do mentoring session, do counseling, do a lot of programs to support the positive development of this youth. And because of this COVID-19, school closed down, we can do our normal programs. But thank God, last week we just started back our online mentoring. So that's one good avenue. But I think the most important thing that we want to target in this online engagement is to have consistent check-ins with them.
Yeah.
Because we know they are alone, or some of them might be alone at home, but them, especially the younger children, the younger youths, when they have to be at home this 24-hour period, every day looking just at their parents' faces, their mental health will be affected.
Yeah.
Right. So just imagine, okay, guys, just imagine, just put yourself in their shoes. Just be a 13-year-old kid having to live with your two other siblings and your parents. Your parents are doing their work from home thing, and they are already feeling the pressure from their organization, from their companies, and having to handle another three other sets of kids. So the pressure from the parents are there. Parents are. I'm a parent, and I have to manage two kids. So the first one is 5-year-old. So I have to. Me and my wife, we do the home-based learning part, and it's difficult for us to manage our own work, my own professional work in Majula, doing some admin work, and have to juggle and engage Fatris and Afan, my two of my boys. I'm really feeling the frustration, and if I'm projecting my frustration to my boy, and he's just yearning to be engaged, yearning to have someone to ask question, or someone to just participate in his activity. That is his normal life in kindergarten, because he's exposed to his friends and whatnot, right, and his teachers, and they engage him. But now imagine the kid is at home, parents are doing their work from home thing, and they can't give the full attention to the kids. Right? I mean, the normal reaction, this is what I get from parents, right? Oh, they will get frustrated, and they will just started to put a lot of unwanted boundaries. Like they will start screaming to the kids. They will say like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. And if you can't do anything, what can the person do? What can the youth do, right?
Yeah.
So again, if you know someone who is going through that challenge, a family, or even a youth that you are mentoring, reach out to them. Please reach out to them. Ask them how they are doing. Even if you have ideas like what we do in Majua, our online mentoring, we give some activities for them to do, some drawing, then explain to them, what is it they're drawing, and try to make sense of whatever they have in mind. But sometimes we don't have to be problem solvers. I think that's the important thing, that we are not all counselors. We are not all trained counselors. So let's not go to counseling mode. I mean, if you are counselor, if you are counseling trained, then go do your counseling. But if you are not counselor and you're worried that I might not know how to counsel this kid, how to mentor this kid, bro, sis, you just call them and just check in with them, ask them how they are, tell them that it's okay, it's normal, things are going to get better if everyone is on this circuit breaker together, and you do that for, let's say, once a week. That's the minimum. Call them, checking them once a week. Can be as simple as sending send a WhatsApp message. But I think youth now, they are not just on WhatsApp, but they like to do live. They're even on TikTok. Are you on TikTok, man?
Not anytime soon, I think. But I think it's quite an interesting platform.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. See.
Okay,
catch again.
Okay. Focus.
So point is, we need to know these the platforms where the youths are, right? So maybe they are not on Instagram or not on WhatsApp, but they're on TikTok. So see what they are doing, and you can interact there. You don't have to you don't have to do the challenge. You don't have to do the dance challenge. You know,
Yeah.
you can just drop a text,
Mm-mm.
drop a PM there. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
just to let
Mm.
them know that they you are appreciating their presence. One,
Yes.
you
Correct. Mm.
acknowledge their presence. Yeah, Amir is here. Amir is Amir. I would say he's one of the success stories that I have. Amir,
Yes.
you know what? One day I should go live with you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please,
So
Amir.
Amir
Yeah.
is one person I'm impressed with. Hafiz also Hafiz. Hafiz is here. See, all the youth space kids are here.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Tak
these are
macam
tamu
apa?
macam paham. Lama bro.
Okay.
Nasib baik live
Okay.
bro. Nasib baik live
Sorry, hold on there. Shafi, I think this question by Al Lightning, okay, is very relevant to the things that you have shared. It
Ah,
says, how do you guys stay engaged with you at risk in this period? Yes. So if I may share, can I share, Bosco?
Ken,
Right.
I miss you too, Hafiz and Amir.
I miss you too. I miss you too also. All right. This use, like Shafi mentioned, a very relevant point. Perhaps at the very least, if you can't even meet them, no, perhaps you can connect with them via this social media. You have TikTok, you have Instagram, you have Facebook. If you have such
PUBG
platforms,
Min. We got PUBG, we got COD,
Mobile
we got Mobile
Legend, yes,
Legends.
all of this. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
these are all the platforms in a way whereby we can stay connected. That's the whole point. Because these youths at time when they are really in trouble or when they are feeling very depressed and sad, right? They at times would like to post all of these feelings on social media, and without people acknowledging the fact that they are going through this certain phase, it might have further repercussions. But I mean, the point is like what Shafi mentioned. If you were to identify or see of such happenings for the youth that you're engaging, just reach out to them. Hey, what's happened? What's happening there? Or what are you going through? Things like that. I mean, this simple touching can really make a huge difference. All right, Ken? Shafi'i bouncer. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Just one thing. For all the viewers out there, and you guys can spread the word. We are gonna try to do this more often. Okay. But we would also like to know the kind of topics that you guys would like to hear from us, or perhaps you guys can come join us live and talk about it together. Okay. But reason we want to stay relevant. We want to stay connected. And we want you guys to really share your expectations of what the purpose of such session, the kind of topics that you guys can perhaps discuss together, and yep, be more than happy to see each other online again. Because we're gonna wrap up soon. This only until 10. So, Shafi, do you have any last words? That's the normal lah. Yang tahan ke Shafi.
I don't want to go out this life. It's looking me up. So my last words would be well, I think people have been saying this: stay home, stay safe. But that's too cliche lah. But I would go even to the extent that if you guys need someone to talk to, for you, so you can drop us a PM at our Mazula community IG page, and just chat with the administrators. I'm one of the administrators. Then there's Malisa, our chief of development. We have Nusaiba. Nusaiba can even give you counseling. Yeah, she's trained in counseling. Yeah, Nusaiba Amin. So if you need someone to talk to, reach out, to us at our IG page.
Yep.
Drop us a text. So if you are following me on IG, you can do that too. Yes, Amir, if you need counseling, you can find me. Yeah. Yeah. So those are my last parting words lah.
All right. And for youths who are actually what do you call it? Watching this live, right? My advice is really, if you have things that you're holding on to, the struggles that you're facing on a daily basis, the solution is to really reach out. Share this particular problem, share this particular issue that you have to the people that you trust, to the people that you know. It doesn't have to be Majula, it can be whoever. It can be your cousin, it can be your siblings, it can be your family members, it can be your friends, whoever, your teachers even. Okay, do not hold it with you, and do always know that you're never ever alone, right? Okay, so this circuit breaker since it started is really not always so gloomy and negative, all right? On the brighter side of things, okay, if you if you read the news, some news, they actually stated that the air is getting better. It's less pollution. The environment is getting
Yes,
better. And
definitely.
what we love to see recently is really, I mean, lately since the start of this COVID, is communities are stepping up together to help the less fortunate, right? And it's
Mm,
really amazing, from distribution of laptops, and now they have the meal scheme, things like that.
correct,
Everyone is
correct.
really just stepping up to that semangat gotong royong. Wow, I love it. It's beautiful. Yeah, yeah. Right. So I think I also hope, okay, we hope that you guys can also take this situation, like this circuit breaker and this COVID situation, for us to together reflect. Okay, all these happenings, there's bound to be reasons. Okay, but they will just be an issue. They will just be another article on news, if until we decide to reflect on it. Okay, and only when we reflect we can learn from it, and when we learn from it we can grow from it. All right. And through these challenging times, together, let's strive towards being the best version of ourselves, day by day, one day at a time. All right. Safi, last words,
Yeah,
come
I
on,
think
before I end this.
lastly, I think if you don't if you can't remember a thing or a word we say from this, just my last advice would be is the acronyms that we always ask ourselves before you do anything. This is to address one of the fake news or even the sharing of articles and whatnot. Before you do anything, think first. Think. One is think, another is the acronym think. THINK, right? Right. So what is
Yeah.
think? First, T means is it true? Before you do anything, before you share anything, before you forward any nonsense news, you ask yourself first, is it true? Right? H, is it helpful? If I do this, how does it help people? How does it help me? How does it help others? I,
Mm.
is it inspiring? Right? Is it inspiring? N, is it necessary to do this? Right? Is it necessary to share this? Is it necessary to say these words? And
Yeah.
K, of course, is it kind? Is it kind to do this? Important. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice, guys. Remember that.
Yes.
This is your
That's
Jedi Master.
nice.
Over and out.
All right. With that, let's always continue to. No, 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 no. Last advice. All
Yeah, you
right.
can
Yeah. So
talk
we'll
to my
keep you guys
tattoos.
updated on the next one that's upcoming. So till then, stay good, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, and till we meet again, continue to.
Over and out.